So is that not additional evidence that the ruling party is the sponsor of terrorism and insecurity in Nigeria?
How does the country get out of this conundrum at this point in time?
Get rid of the commander-in-chief, and there are constitutional means. We have said Buhari must go. We said that how many years ago? Buhari needs to go. Buhari is the leader of this ruling party. Buhari. That is how you develop a place. This lazying about, celebrating mediocrity, collecting a slush fund does not build societies. And I tell you, the majority of Nigerians are involved. Journalists with their brown envelopes, police, lawyers, politicians like myself, too many people are involved. And that is why we're where we are. And remember what I said. When money becomes stronger than truth, the society is ruined. The foundation. Even the law is built on morality. The foundation of a society is on morality. So this idea of pecuniary interest, vested interest, personal advantage, the old British rules of conduct for public officers forbids using your position to advance your personal interest. So why do you think they had that wisdom? And you lost your position if it was shown that you had abused it in favor of your personal interest. It is in the oath of the President of Nigeria. Go and look at the oath of allegiance. I have personal interest, you have personal interest. When you hold public office, and that's what you call conflict of interest, you don't allow your interest to conflict with your public responsibility. That's the meaning of conflict of interest.
Let me circle back a bit with regards to the issue of the food blockage, for example, and the multiplier effect is already having, especially with the prices of food commodities going up, especially in the south.
Everybody is a loser. Even the northern farmers are losers.
Now
they are losing their perishables.
They have been called for
invested to farm. We are not buying. Food inflation has hit us. They are not selling. They are losing their capacity to continue to farm. It's a direct attack on the economy. But with a president that does not have WAEC, he will not understand the consequences.
Yes. Finally, they have been called for restructuring of the country in itself.
The country needs to be restructured immediately.
What kind of restructuring are we talking about?
6 zones, 6 constitutions. Very simple. The details can easily be worked out. 6 zones, 6 constitutions, and the Federation Constitution. The details can be worked out. What are the details? The exact details of devolution of power. And we're not starting from 0 point. We can start from the foundational independence constitution that was negotiated at the Lancaster Conference in London. That was the independence constitution of Nigeria, the foundational 1960 constitution. We can start with that. Do that now, and you will bring back the old competition that you had with the regions. And then the diversification of the economy that we have been paying lip service to in the last 40 years will naturally.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinede from Olu province of Biafra land, and we are here live and direct. I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra House of Service. Our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Okuchukwu Kanu, who is still illegally detained and tortured. But we are here, and Mazi Chinasa Nworu is here with me. Therefore, for your information, there will be no open lines, please. There will be no open lines interactive session, no. There will be discussions about how things have been going and should be, clarifications, and thereafter pronouncements on the present issue at hand, because we know that all of us, everybody is tensed on this situation. Therefore, without wasting time or taking much time, I will bring in Mazi Chinasa Nworu. Please welcome to the program, Mazi.
Mazi Jonathan, good evening. Biafrans and all the lovers of freedom, all the followers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and those who believe in the freedom for the restoration of Biafra. This evening, I come to you to make certain clarifications and inform the general public and the world and Biafrans at large over the present health issues of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, over the increased activities of the Nigerian military and their agent provocateurs. All of you, I will say Happy New Year, because this is the first time I'm coming on air since 2023. It has not been easy for all IPOB families around the world. It has not been easy because by now, most of us and many of you expect that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be free. Most of you might have think the way this fight or our fight for the restoration of Biafra should go. But I want everybody to know one thing this evening. We are in a cold war. We are also in a physical war. We are fighting for the survival of our people. We are fighting for the survival of Biafrans. Because if we fail to do these things, the Nigerian government with the colonial masters, they are ready to wipe out the indigenous people of Biafra, and they are doing it systematically. But this time around, they have gathered once more and furnished more plans, trying to make sure they kill our leader, dungeon, systematically pushing him to die slowly in the DSS custody. But this evening, to go straight to the point, because we are not going to open the lines, we want everywhere you are, everybody listen very attentively. This radio program, because people like to misinterpret any actions, anything the indigenous people of Biafra will decide to do. We are not doing it because of election in Nigeria. Everybody must know that. But we are doing it because of the situation at hand, which is the worsening health of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS custody. IPOB have released their press release. The HOD have released a note to the public, addressed to many international organizations, countries, so that if there will be any breakdown in law and order, IPOB will not be blamed. For visas that American and the UK is using to threaten us, they can go ahead and start now to ban people for their American heaven visa. For some of us, do not need their visa. We are fighting for survival, and that survival is what we are going to maintain. They cannot, and I will repeat, nothing should happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS custody. We are not taking any chances because of what happened on 28 June 2021, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned, adopted and kidnapped in Kenya, and heaven got loose. People have died, people were killed by the Nigerian government. Many Biafrans are displaced till date because of that singular action. The leadership of IPOB were blackmailed, and we are not ready to take any other second chance. Our duty is to inform Biafrans and the wider world what is happening. We have nothing to hide. We will tell everybody what we know. In the next 10 years, 20 years, when history will write about us, he will remember us for saying things the way they are. Because we realize most of our people love people who tell them lies. They love people who stories to make them, have butterflies in their stomach. But this IPOB leadership, our duty is to tell our people the truth, to the best of the knowledge what we know. Our duty is to make sure we guide our people. Our duty is to inform our people. Our duty is to make sure in any way we can protect our people and inform the public. Before we know, because we are surrounded by enemies, before they will use it to blackmail us, before they will use it to cajole us. But one thing is sure, at the end of all this, Biafra must be restored. It is unfortunate that our leader is in their hands, but I thank Chukwu Okike Abiama that he have developed thick skins among the Biafran freedom fighters, those who are being led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have grown more wings, we have grown more claws, we have become more formidable, and we are ready to take Nigeria down to that lane they want, which is the lane of disintegration. Therefore, Mazi Chinedu, I will like us to pick up the topics that already we already sent out to the public, and we will pick the first topic and the last one. The issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be the last topic I'm going to discuss here on air, and from there, you people will know the way forward, how you have to prepare yourself, how you have to know, be strategic in what you say. The time have gone when you come out and speak anyhow. Freedom fighting, what we are doing on social media is just an awareness. What we are doing, the restoration of Biafra, goes beyond what is happening on social media. The restoration of Biafra goes beyond what you are discussing in your family unit. The restoration of Biafra goes beyond what you see your friends talk about in the marketplaces, in the schools, in the banks, in the universities, or among the political elites. The restoration of Biafra, the information in the disposal of IPOB leadership is far more bigger than what you think. And what I'm telling every one of you today is this. We thank Chukwu Okike Abiama. There are still men who are able to stand after 1 year, 7 months, the rendition Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There are people who have sacrificed all they have. There are people who have died to make sure that this struggle, because at the beginning, when the rendition Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, their thoughts, all they think was that is the end of this Biafra struggle. They attack our finance. They try to destroy them. They turn the people against us. They turn the people against the leadership. They try to starve us from funds. But today, we have overgrown those things. Money is not our problem. Money will never be our problem. The most important thing in this struggle is how determined are we. We started this thing with empty hand, and today we have a lot in our possessions, what we can use to defend ourselves. We have come a very long way, and I can tell you, Biafrans, this is just the beginning. Thank you, Mazi Chinedu.
The woman, going straight as you said, we have seen how this struggle has been going even since the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Onyendu. Many things have been unleashed on us. I say many things. Baptism by fire. That is what we have gone through, and we are still going through. So I want you, just as you said, let us talk about the issues bothering of this struggle. What will you say about the health of IPOB, owing to the fact about or on what we have been going through? You have attacks and sabotages where you least expect it in this struggle. It has been very tedious. So please continue, direct. What are you going to say about the health of IPOB? Go on, please.
Mazi Chinedu, thank you so much. I would thank all of you who are on the radio, the IPOB media warriors, IPOB coordinators, around the world. The moment the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was rendition, Nigeria was having a very strong grand plan. The grand plan was to, as soon as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in their hands, their next plan is to destroy the IPOB leadership. And that was the reason why few days Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was rendition to Nigeria, people come and told me, they thought some of us are people who believe in some fairy tale stories. In as much as we believe in spirituality, we do believe also in physicality. That was why when they come and told us that Chukwu Abịama told them that if Chinasa Nworu did not dissolve, use by any means to destroy the GOS and they form an ESN, that they will give me people to work with, that Chukwu Abịama told them that he's going to destroy the GOS. For me, I did not shake, because if you have seen 30 to see 40 is nothing. I said to myself, this is a challenge, and I thank God other members of the DOS understood. When we do interact on one-on-one, they do understood what is happening. From that time, we started to fight to keep the IPOB family intact, to keep the struggle for the restoration of Biafra intact. And from that time, this is 1 year, 7 months, the enemy have realized that indeed what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them about IPOB, that it will take them 1,000 years to destroy, that indeed it is true. Mazi, in 1 year, 7 months, the target of the Nigerian government was to make sure that IPOB will be listed in the terrorist index around the world. I know as far as 2021 December, after the Anambra election, the pictures were very clear with intelligent gatherings. Mazi, let me give you a tip. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned, there are some also international diplomats who just through discussions, they asked you, If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is killed in the detention, what do you people think? What do you think will happen in Biafra land? Do you understand my point? I mean, some international people, I mean, those who are not even Nigerians, maybe I will say some diplomats or some people who knew the plans of the Nigerian government, they were testing the waters. They asked these questions: if your leader is being killed, or if they kill your leader in the detention facility, what do you think will happen? How will you people react? The only answer I will give, and I normally give them, I say the fate that will befall Nigeria is better left for an imagination. That's what I normally tell people, because we cannot describe what will happen. Both child, men, women, elites, military officers, police, foreigners, even outside Nigeria, the world will record the history, because we are in an age where people knew so much. People have become very intelligent. People have become more informed than in 1960s and 1970s. From all this time, Mazi, we fought to make sure, because their plan was to make sure that by this time, most of us would not even mention the name IPOB. The Nigerian government went on for 1 year, 6 months. I want everybody to listen very, very carefully. In 1 year, 6 months, Nigerian government, the DSLs, and the National Intelligence Agency, they orchestrated one of the most deadly attacks in Biafra land through their agent provocateurs. They went into killing, selling of human parts. They imported. I can tell you that. You know, everybody knew Hope Uzodinma. I don't need to tell the story of Hope Uzodinma. I heard from someone, which I cannot confirm, that when Hope Uzodinma was made the governor of Imo State, a police officer said that this guy was their customer, always in the police station on criminal activities. How come did he become a governor? Hope Uzodinma. Why I'm saying this is the moment, you know, when a criminal found a comfortable zone, he started to import other criminals from other parts of the nation. He told them, come to the state. The criminal gangs that they put up, criminals were coming from the north, criminals were coming from Lagos, criminals were coming all around Nigeria, because Bush was paying in the east. Bush was paying in Imo State and Anambra. They were coming in. IPOB members fall victims. Our people were killed. There are many IPOB members who were killed, who were kidnapped, money were taken from them. All these things was happening. Most of our brothers who have spent years in abroad came back, their cars were snatched, things were taken away from them. Man, say all these things, even at a point that some of them will say, I am IPOB. They tell them, if you mention that word, there was somebody who survived that. He told me that when he told them, but I am IPOB if you are here, they told him, if you mention that IPOB here, we will kill you. Shows you this is not our own people. At the end of the day, all those activities, from the killing of the military officers, all these things, Nigeria were packaging all of them. Nigeria, because one thing our people don't understand is this: our people comes on social media to talk. Our people comes to social media thinking that the Biafra struggle is on social media. When Nigerian government makes a move, they don't consult you. That is a nation. And we must follow steps. The IPOB leadership follows the steps of an imagined nation. Now, when Nigeria is compiling all these things, and I'm telling Biafrans worldwide today, by last year, the moment Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was given a court discharge and acquitted, the Nigerian government released these documents all around the world. It was a 69 pages document, handed over to many countries around the world. 69 pages of atrocities that they claim that IPOB committed in Biafra land. To this particular point, some of the nations that received this report, based on that report, they invited some IPOB coordinators to question them, the activities of IPOB in Nigeria. They went straight, some of them were mentioned that we were killing our people, we were stealing and robbing and kidnapping our people. The moment we heard this, because Nigeria do not understand what it means, when we tell them that IPOB is in over 100 countries, they thought some of them see it as a joke, but by now, they now understood what we are doing. There are some countries we are in relationship with them. We can't deny that fact. Those documents was made available for us. It's a confidential document. Mazi, I'm hearing a noise from your background. I don't know.
No,
if
it's not.
From my side or your side.
No, it's not here. It's from your side. Maybe.
Okay.
But go on. It's okay. Everything is okay.
I know it's like a breeze or something, like fan. Okay. Anyway.
No, it's not here.
On this case, we were able to lay our hands on the document that the Nigerian government distributed around the world. We saw damning reports against IPOB, against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, against ESN, and what they were requesting the international community to do, to put IPOB on the terrorist list, to classify IPOB as a terrorist group. But unfortunately for them, because of the activities of IPOB media warriors, our progress in media campaign, telling the world what is happening in Nigeria, some of the countries, as of now, questioned their report, told them that these reports are not true because they are also getting information from other sources about the activities of IPOB, and these people, as long as they know, have remained peaceful in their country of residence. There is no issue of terrorism among any IPOB in diaspora. Based on this, the Nigerian reports are not yet taken very serious, but I can tell you, as we have identified these things, that's why we must intensify. Whenever we come on air and tell you, look at this country, we want you to go and tell them what is happening in the struggle. Make sure you do that, because all these things are helping to clarify the name of IPOB and what is happening. Now, as Nigeria was doing that, you found out that they have handed also these documents to IEP. They said it's international something for peace. That is the global index, that those who are responsible for releasing the global index report on terrorism. One thing I want everybody to understand, in the history of IPOB or in the history of the Biafran struggle, this is the first time, Mazi, the noise is getting more and more. I don't know, do I used to call back this?
No. Maybe, I don't know. Everything is coming out here clear. I don't know. Maybe it's from your side. Or check the gadget you are using, please. If you can.
My gadget is okay, Mazi.
If you
my
can
gadget is okay.
Because your voice is very clear. The output is okay.
My voice is very clear?
Yes.
Can you mute your own side? That's better. That's better.
I never even mute it.
That's better.
Okay,
yes.
Go on.
That's better. So right now, Biafrans, in the history of IPOB, in the history of this Biafran struggle, this is the first time the global index will put the name of IPOB among groups that are terrorizing their own people. I want every one of you to understand, they cannot play with our mind. Somebody said that they didn't list IPOB as a terrorist group. I said, no, you don't understand it. They put us. Can you imagine if I'm sure most of you have seen that index. You found that they put us in the group of Boko Haram, ISWAP, IPOB, unknown, and others. The question now is, where is the Fulani herdsmen on that list? Where is the Fulani herdsmen on this index? Where the Fulani herdsmen are the fourth most dangerous terrorist group around the world. But in the index, the Fulani herdsmen were not mentioned. Meeti Allah was not mentioned. Many other terrorist groups in the north who have been killing were not mentioned. And IPOB were mentioned. A whole indigenous people, the indigenous people of Biafra, that they mentioned, it's like mentioning America as people who are causing terrorism. The Nigerian military was not also mentioned for all their extrajudicial killings, for all their kidnapping, killings in the southeast, which is in Biafra land. Now, I want every Biafran, because that fight is not over. There is a press release that already out there. IPOB will address the global index terrorism by an official letter to them. Because for us, putting us in that place, putting us in this picture is something we are not going to accept. And for that reason, that report, it's all fake report, is not accepted. Because when they put you in that index, they can interpret it when they go somewhere to say, yes, look at this picture. These are people causing terrorism in Nigeria. This is the work of the British government. This is the work of with the USA intelligence, the people they are working for. They are looking for every avenue to make sure that they put IPOB in the terrorist list. They could not succeed, even though they know what they are doing, but they know the backlash that will come if they spelled it out. Instead, they put it in an index. They talk about clashes between the military and all these stuffs. To make the report more better, let them include Fulani herdsmen, the Nigerian military, then we know they know what they are doing. But for the fact that they refuse to mention the major killing squad in Nigeria, mentioning IPOB in that particular report is something every Biafran, wherever you are, you must open your eyes, and we must fight it now before they will tag every one of you as a terrorist. We know it's not possible, but look at the step they have made. Everybody must wake up. Writers, politicians, because the time they will tag it on you, I'm telling you, don't think it is only we who will suffer for it. But this is the thing we have been fighting for 1 year, 7 months for those who use the name of IPOB to commit crime.
Mazi, can I interrupt you here? Mazi Nasa, can I interrupt you here? Yes. Just 1 second. You know, many of our people,
Mazi, you want to say something?
Yes. I hope you are hearing me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, Mazi,
I can hear you now.
Yeah. So, what I want you to also dive into.
I can hear you now.
I don't know. Mazi, you need to check the gadget you're using. I don't know. You are hearing late. I don't know. If you need to call me back, please.
Okay. Let me change the Wi-Fi.
Yes, change it, please.
Change the Wi-Fi.
Please. Because here everything is okay and the whole thing is coming out clear. Also, before Mazi comes out, in order to buttress his assertion of Hope Uzodimma, when a criminal enters into power, he will invite others, his fellow criminals from everywhere. We understand, we should learn from history. There is this man I used to talk about, Egyptian president, Mahmoud Musi. He died, he took over office in 2013. To Mohamed Musi. 2013, he took over office. He was elected as a president of Egypt, as a Egyptian president, through their Islamic Brotherhood. Little did they know that he is a direct terrorist. When he entered power, they bugged the phone of terrorists, not him. As a president, he was calling his fellow terrorists from everywhere around the world in order to come in. And that was when the Mossad, they got up, they listened to the voice, and they gave the voice to the Egyptian military that your president is a direct terrorist. And that is how he was removed from power, and he died in jail in 2019. So, Mazi Chinasa, I hope you are hearing me now.
I hear you very clearly.
Okay, very good, very good. So, the point I want you to also, clarify and let people understand, because many people have been saying, no, if you're a freedom fighter and you don't want to be tagged as a terrorist, you have not supported, you have not started, so labelous. When you look at it, please, I want you to highlight in this our struggle and in this age the danger or the demerits or what's the disadvantage of being labeled such, together with ISIS or ISWAP, as you say. Please, I want you to hit more on that so that people will also hear. Go on, please.
Mazi, thank you so much. Mazi, it's ignorance. People can come and exhibit ignorance in the public. And when there's a big ignorance, people think that by speaking too much English or speaking very big, big words in English, that makes you, or the command of English does not make you wise. It doesn't make you brilliant. It doesn't make you anything. And it doesn't make you to understand the politics of what is happening in the global fight. Mazi, labeling IPOB a terrorist group, it is not like now. People might have, you understand me, there are people labeled terrorists, they call you a terrorist. Yes, it's understood. But try to understand, had it been the heart of this struggle is in Biafra land, it would be a different ballgame. The heart of this struggle is in Europe. It's all the people who are making sure that this struggle continues. The fund we are using to sponsor the struggle all coming from diaspora. And when you allow yourself to be labeled a terrorist, most of you see what they normally do to people that they say they are terrorists. Most of the coordinators can be picked and sent somewhere for 10, 20 years. You'll be going to court. By the time you are out, you will find out that that spirit have been dappled down. And if we allow IPOB to be tagged as a terrorist, that means we say bye-bye to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because never in the history will any international organization or any foreign country support somebody that they say is a terrorist. They would never support the leader to come out from their custody and be walking freely. Say, for example, we knew many people that were arrested over terrorism. Are they walking freely anywhere? Most of them are in the jail. Most of them are wanted. And when they declare you a terrorist, all the countries, all of us are based. The leaders of all these things, they will round you, all of you up. I will tell you one thing that happened in Egypt when Sisi took over power. You remember the Muslim Brotherhood president, what is his name? the guy that's still in the jail.
Ahmed Morsi. I said it just a few minutes ago before. Ahmed Morsi.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, you said it. Thank you. You know, when Mohammed Morsi was arrested, you found out, for example, in the Arab world, when all of them, the Arab countries said, no, this guy, Ahmed Muslimin, is a terrorist group, they go after them in every country. Every country, they go after them. The members, the leaders, they will go after you. This is an international law. Wherever you people are, they will go after you. Most of you with passport. That time, I'm telling people, you have an American passport, you have any passport, it doesn't stop anything. They will pick you. They may decide not to bring you to Nigeria. They may decide to keep you somewhere. And there is nothing you can do. That is why we fought to make sure that IPOB is not tagged a terrorist group, because the heart of this struggle, those who are sponsoring this struggle, those who are making sure we are fighting for the restoration of Biafra, the main support, even though home is of course home, but I mean the main base, the heart of the struggle still lies in diaspora. That is why we cannot make that mistake. And I can tell you something, Mazi. When Onyendu was out there, Onyendu fought tooth and nail. We do work very closely with the leader. We understand. We are his students. I learned so much from him. There are many things he will tell you. This, we can bring up the issue. He said, no, we don't go this side. Because the moment this thing happens, they will cripple us. They will make us irrelevant. And that is why we spend all our time making sure that the moment the rendition Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that they did not tag us as a terrorist group. Mazi, tagging an individual as a terrorist is different from tagging a whole people, a whole in 100 and something countries as terrorists. It's a battle. They knew we are not terrorists, but it is they will use it to cripple this struggle. And I can tell you, before we come out from this struggle, I will tell you, maybe many people will lose interest in this struggle. Then, Mazi, another thing is this. When you tag, we said, oh, we allow them to tag us as a terrorist. Most of our people, even with your passport, some of you are still holding Nigerian passport. Our names are very unique. When people see our names, Chinasa, Chibike, the Nigerian embassy, if you go to Asia, sometimes the Nigerian embassy will tell people, when they bring some people that have problems, Nigerian embassy, I'm telling you, they will tell them, no, these people are from the south. They are these Igbo people causing problems. It happens in Thailand, in Malaysia. Even when Buhari went, we can remember when Buhari was alive, he went to Malaysia. There was a comment he made in front of the Malaysian president. And if I found that video, I will repost it. He rebuked him, asked people in Malaysia, when he come and talk, when they're asking him about how Nigerians, what they are doing in Malaysia, Buhari said that time that the people causing this problem are from one part of the country. And the Malaysian prime minister, when he was talking, he rebuked him that a leader should not say this kind of things in a public, that you are a leader, your duty is to bring people all together. Those in Malaysia can testify this thing that I just said now, that this is what Buhari did in Malaysia. When they try to segregate you, Mazi, we are talking about, imagine now in Dubai, they don't give Nigerians rent now in Dubai. If you're a Nigerian, you go to look for rent. So if you are living somewhere, remain in that place, but you go to take for rent. There is an order, don't give any Nigerian rent in Dubai. Last time, they are raiding Nigeria. As long as you're a Nigerian, they are raiding them. Last time, there was a flight that left from Abu Dhabi, from Dubai, Ethiopia Airline, the biggest Boeing, almost 800 people. They flew from Dubai straight to Abuja. This is how they are dropping Nigerians. They have not tagged you a terrorist. People will be caught on the street. You can't even go to defend them, to find a court of law, to do anything. So sometimes I believe it's ignorance. People don't know there are many ways to kill a fish, or there are many ways to kill a rat. We are fighting for this freedom. We are not fighting it ignorantly, because we are dealing with the world. We know their plans. We know how they work. The world is guilty of what they have done to Biafrans. Many nations are guilty, and I can say it on air. They know what they have done to us, and they know what they continue to do against us. They may not love you to come and say these things publicly. The world don't want it. Mazi, let me give you an example. We have a member, I'm not going to mention his name. He used to go to take the English, they call it, is it TOEFL or IELTS? The one they are taking to go to travel, to immigrate to UK or to Canada. I'm saying this thing for people to understand. He was narrating this story to us. I think he have took the exam 2 times. He couldn't pass. But he went the 3rd time with the oral part of the test. The woman asked her, after speaking, tell her to narrate a story. Any story he knows, the side he wants. He said he wants to talk about politics. The woman said, no, my politics about what? He said, politics about British and Nigeria. Why I am here. He said, no, politics is not something we don't want. The country you are is not good to talk about. He said, no, that is the story. That is something I love. That is what I know I can narrate it well and defend what I want to say. I want to tell and the lady knows, or the man, he knows the area the guy wants to go. Because the guy is a safety, is working in the petroleum industry. He said, I want to tell the story why I am working here as a worker, and the issue of Britain and the Nigeria, the Biafrans. He told her, no need. The woman passed this guy without conducting any interview again. She passed this guy because she don't want him to talk about this at all. She didn't want him to talk about it. They are guilty.
It's just like bribing him. They bribe him with the passing, the visa.
They bribe him with the pass. Yes, they bribe him because they didn't want him, because he knows he's going to hit the spot. He's going to tell him or her something that she will never forget in her life. So why I'm saying this is that because of this conspiracy, they won't come out easily to come to fight or kill us. They will look away, thinking that we are still those people in 1960. Our parents, they fought, and they fought gallantly. It's just the people after them, those who survived the war, forgot themselves, and they put us in this situation. And Mazi, I will say something here. As we are discussing one day, one of our comrades told us, he said, if you run away from this struggle, if you like, go and take American passport. If you like, take the British passport. If you like, run away from Biafra land. Go to a foreign country, take their passport, leave the very big. If you die, your spirit will return back to Biafra land. They will burn you again in that land, and you will meet this fight again. So running away from this fight is not going to save you. The moment is it's your body that will die. Your spirit will return where you come from. You will reincarnate again, and this fight is waiting for every one of us to make sure we continue. For me, I consider myself as one of those killed in the Biafran war, and I reincarnated again to continue this fight. And we will continue to fight until Biafra is restored. Mazi, thank you so much.
Okay, now let us go to the second, the third point about, because we are going to take the second point last. You know, it has been a long time. We have been shouting here, even from time to time. You personally come up here on radio to shout against criminality in our land. criminality, it is not IPOB. And you see some people that either through mischief or sheer ignorance, sometimes against that type of pronouncements against criminality, that let everything should be going on, because we are on freedom fighting, and we are seeing the motive or some of the motives that they use this criminality or they put these criminals, because I believe what is happening in our land, the politicians are on it, and the Igbo politicians, they are being used anyway, because I believe that Gowon's advice or suggestion is what the Fulani Caliphate is using now. Gowon said that had it been he understood the Igbo people as he did today, he wouldn't have used billions of dollars to import arms and ammunitions. He would have fought in a different way. Give Igbo man money or political position, and he will slaughter his brother. And the main person, let me continue reiterating. The main person that brought this idea to go on, the first person, in the first place, is still alive. Obasanjo, who was in charge of the Nigerian Marine Commando Division, that used money in order to scatter our people. That is Obasanjo, and Obasanjo is still alive and today, today kicking. So, Mazi, I want you to also go further in order to educate our people, or some people, about the need to say no to this criminality playing into the hands of politicians and the Nigerian politicians, and the way they want us to be, so that because it's a tool they want to use. You have said it, according to the global index, they put, imagine inserting IPOB in the same place with ISWAP and Boko Haram. Don't you think that there is something terribly wrong going on? And that is what they wanted to achieve through this criminality. Mazi, please, go on, please. Go on.
Yes. Mazi, thank you so much. Mazi, before I will take the issue of criminality, I will explain to people how the criminality is coming in different phases. And our people are involved in criminality. Because of money, our people are doing a lot of horrible things. Mazi, I will go to Enugu State. Okay? I'm going to go to Enugu State. I will start the criminality our people are doing with the Fulanis from Enugu. Then I will come down to Imo State and other places. Let me start from the north. Mazi, this is also a clarion call for people from Enugu State. If you know you are from Adani, every time you see Fulani attack, you don't expect us, all the operation of ESN, how the ESN is conducting their operation. You don't expect them to come and they say it always on social media. But sometimes why we say some operations, when they are confronting these people, you try to show it to the world for people to understand what is happening. Some of our people are very stupid. There was a time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was posting and they said, okay, he will not post, they don't see it. There is a reason. I have said this on many occasions. In a freedom fighting, you can't use one tactics. Any commander, anybody that use the same tactics for the second time, you are bound to fail. You have to change strategies from time to time. And that is what every IPOB member, for your security and everything, you must be thinking in that way. Now, let me go to Enugu State. Mazi, you remember Adani, these Fulanis, they used to come in. IPOB, ESN have managed to drove many Fulanis away from Enugu. As they drove them away, all of them are coming inside Anambra. Some of them are also bringing them from Enugu, from Kogi and Benue. Some people from Enugu, and we mentioned 2 people's names whose job is to cross the border, go and negotiate with Fulani, and ask them, they will harbor them. People in Adani, both men and women, are doing this business. Now, there is a place called Opanda in Ozonwani. It's a market. It's a very big market. The Fulanese who are operating in Benue, they used to come to that market. They don't go to the market in Benue. They will come in drove. They will reach like 50, 60 people. They will come inside the market in Opanda. They will buy. That time, the intelligence gathering was not here. We don't understand. We thought maybe they are doing businesses. But they will come in, the Fulanis. They will come in motorbikes, everything. They will come with money. They come in Opanda market, in that Uzumani area. They will come there. They will buy gari, buy yam, buy many things they will purchase, and they will move it into Benue State in their camps where they are launching attack in Benue. Now, as they're having a hit from Benue, when we realize, because not every confrontation you have to come and make public, ESN operatives were drafted in this region. And the people, and we also, while ESN will go in that place, we will also educate the people to understand the dangers of what they are doing. Then the people in Opanda decided.
You mean the community, the villagers?
Yes, Mazi. You say what?
No, I mean you say to educate the people. You mean the villagers doing business, so-called business with the Fulani. Yes. Okay, go on.
Yes. We educate them, telling them the dangers of that these people coming here to buy, they are terrorists coming from Benue, but they are seeing them normally coming to the market, buy, and they carry the goods. So when the Opanda people understood, Mazi, there was a time we released a video of a husband and wife that were killed in the farm. You remember? They later discovered their dead body after some. It is in those areas. Now, the community, the area, they decided they won't sell anything to the Fulanis any longer. They stopped them from coming to their market, and they could not be able to come to buy goods in this area. ESN took position. They cooperated with the ESN, and they took position. Now, this area is protected. The Fulani don't go this area again to buy anything. Now, the Adani people now went and brought them, told them to start coming to Adani. Both the women, and if you come to the Adani market, I'm also saying this thing so that Adani people will hear. I'm just saying it on air for everybody to bear us witness. Because people will collaborate with politicians, with criminals, not knowing the consequences, and they don't know the time we are in. Now, these people went and informed those Fulani, whether they cross, they have their agent or their emissary that told them, come and start buying in our own place. Now, the Fulani terrorists, the herdsmen, the killers, they will come in that community. Of course, when they will come like normal traders. They will come in big number. They don't come like 1 or 2. If they come in 1 or 2, they would have heard from us. But they come in big number, and they come as people, but with our intelligence, they are all terrorists. They come there to buy. You will see them 10, 15 in the market, purchasing, buying gari in big quantum after they will load and they leave. Now, there is a community between Kogi and Ozonwa, that Adani. There is some Fulanis who are killing people in that community. One Alhaji in that area, his son cut off the hand of a villager in that community, that area. And the community in that Kogi, they are also Igbo-speaking community. I don't want to mention their names for security reasons. They now say the Fulani will not be in that community any longer. Now, people in Adani, The name of their Igwe is Igwe Okorafo Waleke. And the one guy they call Atachi, two of them, we are still watching the PG. They went over and told the Fulani that were pursued in Kogi State to come into Adani. They give them a place, they take money from them, they harbor them, and now the Fulanis that were now brought inside Ozomwani because they buy, they sell their food this thing. Do you know what they do? They now operating from Adani out to other communities to go and operate. Mazi, this is criminality that our people are also fueling because money is involved. People in Adani now is struggling to be who will harbor Fulani because he will get money. Everybody want to join in this business that you bring a Fulani, they pursue from Benue. Terrorist. Fulani herdsmen pursue from Benue. Fulani herdsmen pursue from Kogi. You tell them, don't worry, come, you pay me this amount, I will give you a place, I will, any issue about you we take. Now they have relaxed and they are operating, and sooner or later, some of them that will be caught, we will bring them to that community, and any of them harboring in that place, they will hear from us, both from the village people. I am making this thing very open because nobody can I am saying this thing on radio so that the word we hear, our people will understand. The people, the women of Adani and the men of Adani, your participation in bringing in Fulani from Kogi and Benue State, you will have problem with the ESN very, very soon. Very, very soon. The earlier, the Igwe has run away now for 6 months. He's coming inside the village like a thief. Come in the night, he ran away because he's the one who have given them a more bigger place and give them guarantee and bring contact with the military for protection. So why I'm saying this is a type of criminality that is happening presently now in Enugu, and they are the one harboring them, keeping criminals. But the day now, you will see the Adani people will be attacked by the same Fulani. They will now start calling ESM, where are you? Where people are killed. The same thing happened in Ihiamufu. When they brought in cows, people harbored them. People were taking money. Before they understand, these people now turn out to be a terror to the community. Mazi, I will move down to Imo State, which is the heart of the criminality, not the whole of Imo State, although precisely. Mazi Chineda, I would like you to mute your mic when I'm talking because there are some things coming. It is more clearer when you mute your mic. Thank you. Then when you come down to Imo State, Mazi, the criminality happening in Imo State is something nobody can question who are involved. The languages are very clear. We do get reports. We do get reports on the criminal investigation inquiry line about how people are being threatened. When people are being threatened, and you try to find a way to confront them, the people will tell you, these people are our opposition. They are our opposition. Then we start to ask, when did opposition become to happen if they are IPOB? These are the queries we are throwing these days. Because it's only politics is where those words are synonymous with. When people say this is our opposition, he's an opponent. In IPOB, we have no, either we say you are a saboteur, agent provocateur, we have no word like opposition. So when you hear opposition, you will know it is purely a political job. That is what they are using. Election is very close. You can see what Hope Uzodimma is doing, the people they are attacking, the people they are killing. And I would like to tell you people, in the nearest future, we are going to release, because IPOB M branch, the M branch and the intelligence unit have been able to unmask those who carried out attacks on people like Hakim and the people like Ikenga Ubuchinyere. The IPOB, we have been able to unmask the people behind those things, and we are going to release their names and we are going to release. Some of them we have gotten their picture. We will release it to the public because there is no need. If IPOB can gather this kind of information, if IPOB M branch and the intelligence unit gather this information, there is no need. And our information is top notch because from your just voice, we can dictate who you are. We know we are on the ground. From any statement somebody make in any video, IPOB can able to trace that voice to the latest, to the person who have that voice. It just take us a little time, and we'll be able to be able to decode any nonsense, and I will make it very clear. Sometimes people don't know why people come in to attack the IPOB leadership. There are people who are using the name of this struggle. They tell you they are doing struggle, but they are not. They are into criminality. They are using mazi to cash out. And I can tell you, there is somebody, one of the men, they have already caught him when he's trying to come into on our side. He brought a report that some people sent him to come and meet this group of guys. They asked him to bring 8, he should gather 8 people and bring them to Abia State. That Imo State is a little bit casting. He should bring them to Abia State. They will lodge them in the hotel. We start the conversation. Everything was there. That they will lodge them in a hotel and they will point any politician they want. They will send them that when they arrive there, they will hand them over guns. A politician they point, tell him, you see this person, they should go and grab it for them. When they catch the person, they will return back to their hotel or leave back to Imo State. Any deal that comes out from that, they will call them and give them their share. This is people that you see also on social media shouting for Biafra, shouting for that, we want mazi Nnamdi. They are telling you, and some of you, we, the IPOB leadership, people don't understand. These are the think tank of this movement. These are the people, the information we have sometimes, we need to release it out so that the head will not explode. Because a lot of things, when we look at people come on social media to talk, when we see people come on social media to use the name of Biafra, we laugh sometimes. But when we go out to attack those things, some of you ignorantly, they will sprang up. Once I will give you an example. There is somebody in this struggle who, the people, they said, it was in 2020, Onyendu was speaking on the Radio Biafra. As he was speaking on Radio Biafra, this guy called. I was standby. He called, he said he was calling from a country. Let me leave it, a country in South America. That was in 2020, during the lockdown. During the lockdown, the person, Onyendu, inboxed me that number. He said, this guy is the person who called. After the program, I said, Onyendu, the guy that inboxed you from the place, can you help me to give me the number so that we see if we can? Well, Onyendu brought the number and gave it to me. I contacted the person. I tutored him. I'm talking about 2020. I was the one that tutored him. I told him this is what we do. He told me everything, and I handed him over to somebody. But could you believe somebody, this guy who came in 1920, that doesn't know even the IPOB structure, doesn't know we are. He is one of the frontline attackers of the IPOB leadership. Chike Doziem most times talking, called him criminal. Do you understand me? Chinasa Nworu, they call us all kinds of names. Do you understand me? And today, they want to play ignorance. They want to play they didn't know. This is somebody I tutored. I tutored about IPO in 2020. And they handed him over to somebody. The moment mazi Nnamdi started, you see them, they blow. They brought in sentiments. Some of them went and agreed that these people And they want to bring a kind of segregation that they are doing us like this because we are from this side. They bring in this kind of sentiments on emotions of our people. And this is the kind of people somebody wants me to come and exchange words with him. It's not possible. Criminality have grown. If every one of you understand, at the initial time they wanted the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that was what they're using to kill, to collect ransom. They have used it to a point when we stood up. We said, no, you can't use the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come to commit crimes. You can't use the name of IPOB. Along the line, people told us, they say, no, they are Umuoma. And I told them on many occasions, ESN does not have a guy name. But it's nothing like Umuoma. Nobody can ever say that IPOB, ESN, Umuoma is a street language for criminals they are using to snatch and intimidate and harass people on the street. They wanted to give us that name. Some people want to say, oh no, they say they are Umuoma. What is Umuoma? Eastern Security Network have no guy name, have nothing you can call Umuoma. They start to use this Umuoma when we have removed their hands from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Many of them. It's all about criminality. All about criminality. And I want to use this opportunity also to say something. It may be very, very brutal, but I want to tell you people, sometimes you see the police. We patrol in our leaders' area. Sometimes you see the camera. Sometimes it's people that they caught. They caught them somewhere, and they say that it is we getting order from man and the kind of alas. The police want to know truly if that person knows that place. They will take them. Sometimes that is what they are using to discharge their job. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the detention. His father is dead. The mother is dead. But criminals are using the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's compound. When they catch them, they will tell them, I got order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They ask them, is it from the palace? Police will roll the area, roll sometimes. Some of us will come out to shout. We don't know the reason. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not at home. Which I am very, very sure the brothers are not living there. Siblings are not living there. These things I'm saying is the danger, the consequences of criminality, what have happened within our people, what is happening. And another thing is this. One criminality part, Hope and the Nigerian military are also playing very perfectly is this. On certain occasions, we have spoken to our people. Mounting of flag is an awareness. Mounting of flag in places will not bring you Biafra. Everybody have to know that. During of Wazirike, he mounted the flag because he was not having a media network like IPOB have today. They may go to some place and put the flag. It's a kind of to remind you awareness about Biafra. They do these things. And these things they do those times. But now, I'm telling everybody, security, if you're an IPOB member, if you're an ESM member, if you're a lover of Biafra, if you love what we are doing for your own security, let me educate you what the Nigerian government is doing, and we have to prevent those things. When you see any young man, anybody who comes in the marketplace and puts a Biafra flag, immediately he leaves. Any one of you must do your best to remove that flag. Pull the flag down. You are not pulling it down that you are pulling Biafra down. You are not removing this flag because you don't love Biafra. You are not removing this flag in the marketplace because you will ask yourself, why are they putting it in the marketplace? Why they don't put it at home? They have come to put the flag because the Nigerian DSS and the military is planning. They have no reason. They have nothing, no information, don't know. Just they want to invade that particular market for looting. They want to attack people in that community. Then we send somebody, he comes, DSS, they will put up a Biafra flag. The next thing you see 10 hillocks, 20 hillocks, they say that somebody have put up the person who did it, somebody sent for them. You see them rushing, coming into the community for attack. That a Biafra flag has been mounted in this market. Before you understand, people are killed, markets are burned, are looted. And I am asking you, all my brothers and sisters, all my brothers, all the lovers of freedom, does putting a flag that will cause a problem, death for you, does it have anything? We are working presently with both communities to make sure that we get what we want. We allow ignorant people come and they cause havoc. All of us saw what used to happen in Enugu. People will wear of course you can wear, but put in your mind, they wear it, they come in the market, they run away. The military will come, they kill our people. I am asking all of us to wise up. Mazi, before I forgot, because I joined this particular part in Enugu, let me tell you something. There is a waterfall in Enugu that this guy they call Ugwani. This waterfall is heavy. After this program, I will post the waterfall. I will post everything about that place. I will post it on social media. This place, as our people were planning, I heard that Enugu state government, Ugwani, gave a contract. They want to put this water, they want to generate this water. It's a very deep water, even though it's small, to supply irrigation in the whole of that, so that the people of Enugu in all these areas, they will be cultivating rice. It's the side of Nsukka, all this during dry season. So he wanted the rice cultivation to be every time of the year, all season cash crop. Now, they brought in the white people, the foreign contractors who came to do that. When they brought in this guy, the Fulanis with some people, they kidnapped the white guy. I heard heavy ransom were paid to the Fulanis. I think they kidnapped him and took him to Benue. They didn't want that project to go on. They kidnapped him and took him over to Benue. At the end of the day, that one ran. They brought in another one. The Fulani people also don't want that guy every time they come attack. Sometimes because they are now using security. So when the Fulani people come, they will run for it because they don't want that project to go in. This is a project and the governor is there. You don't say anything. You don't speak anything. These are things, the level of criminality, people, biting, attacking, trying to destroy anything. These are all criminals. These are all criminal activities. They continue to destroy anything that they feel will be benefit to our people. And these things, as they're driving our people away from their farmland, you come in the east, markets are being won, they're destroying our source of livelihood. Our mothers who are in the villages, who are doing their petty business, are being attacked, they are being placed in their marketplaces, and it is people that are doing all these things. This is the level of criminality that is going on. Also, you saw how they killed this local government chairman. You saw how they killed him. But unfortunately, if IPOB keeps silent, then we say we are the one responsible. These are all the things. Then we continue to carry out criminal activities, assassinations. They are carrying it out. And the one thing is this. Sometimes at a point, I don't blame even the whole person who is masterminding the criminality. I blame people like Ohakim, not Ohakim, I mean Emeka, what they call him, the one that they removed, the governor, Emeka, is it Emeka Hedioha? I blame these people. I blame Okorocha. I blame all of them. They are all part of this criminality happening in Imo State. Let me tell you people one thing. The level of criminality going and the high level assassination going in Imo State is not only criminality. Okay, if really these people are not criminals, what is the essence? They kidnapped the local government chairman. They first took 6 million from him, and after they slaughtered him on a video. Why are they slaughtering people on the video? This is to put you in the level of Boko Haram, international terrorists. They know all what they are doing. Lord, we see that. They will see that. And they will keep silent. If me, Chinasa Nworu, made that post on social media, Facebook will take my account, will block me in the next 3 months. I will not come on Facebook. They will take me away. If it is IPOB media warriors, all the people, the frontline media warriors that posted that video, Facebook will pull it down in 1 minute and seize your account. But we saw this video on social media being posted by many people. You go there today, you go there tomorrow, the videos are there. The government works with these people to also portray this criminality for people to say, oh, this is IPOB doing these things. If you doubt what I am saying, if you are not, I know nobody, no IPOB warrior would doubt what I'm saying. If you doubt it, go and take that video, put on your timeline, your account is gone. Your account is gone. Even me, sometimes when I show where people lie down, when I show where they lie some criminals down, Facebook will tell me this is not against their community, that we are portraying violence on social media. But every criminality posted by the government agents, nobody stops it. Nobody. And IPOB will never support any criminal. Whether they love it or they don't love it, we are not going to support. We have never done it before. It is not our way. IPOB have respectable people around the world, in Biafra land and in everywhere. This struggle was not built on the foundation of criminality. It was not built on the foundation of kidnapping. It was not built on the foundation of to extract people money. Because I want to also make something very clear. Some of you who are using IPOB to threaten people, you are also in somehow taking ransom by intimidating or blackmailing people, because some of you, we have realized, if you have a problem with the politicians, you tell them if they don't give you this money, you will go and scandalize his name, that he's doing this, he work with IPOB. You start using IPOB to threaten them. You are also a criminal. When a politician wants to make a campaign in your state, you go to threaten him, if you do campaign here, and if you don't come and see us, we will tell you we own here. You are also a criminal. Because you are threatening him with violence. You are threatening him with blackmail. It's criminality. In as much as you are using the name of this struggle to blackmail somebody in order to extract money from him, you are a criminal. You have to know that. And all these things is the things we continue to come on air to educate our people. This education we are not going to stop. This education and this awareness, we are not going, even though Biafra comes today or tomorrow, we must continue to educate our people, because frankly, our people have derailed. But we thank IPOB, thank Radio Biafra. Many of our people have died between Anambra and Olo. They slaughter people. The local government chairman, this was the one all of you knew. The army military officer you people saw they kidnapped somewhere, you heard it because she's a military officer. That is what those guys are doing in Okibe area. They go to the family when they see a young lady, they pick them up. It is the same thing like the Boko Haram ISWAP, what they do in the north. Kidnapping young ladies. If most of you don't know, they are kidnapping young girls in our places. And you ask yourself, is this our way of life? Is this our character? Is this our behavior? Have we ever behaved in this way? That you go to a compound, see a girl of 15 years, 16 years, you take them. Where is this idea coming from? How can you slaughter somebody on a video? Unless man, you came to his house and adopted him. If people have political, like the guy was talking on the video, these are political issues. These are political issues. When it was happening in Imo State, Emeke Hedioha, for me, he's a coward. This is a man people in Imo State voted for. This man, Joramoyi, with the power and handed over to these people. He won this. He said they go to Supreme Court. After 8 months, he took power. He didn't fight to maintain his position. And tomorrow, somebody like him will come out again to tell you that vote him so that he will be the governor. We don't entertain cowards. If Emeke Hedioha can be pushed around and removed like this, so he has been in the House of Rep for many years. Then you come to Okorocha and his in-law, out of hatred, that instead of PDP to take Imo State, he better hand it over to APC. He came last. His in-law was second. He will go and negotiate with Hope and say, Hope, okay, bring it to APC after you hand it over to my son-in-law. They brought the criminal. Because Okorocha is part of this rubbish. It is because of PDP, APC, he destroyed, he paid money, they paid millions, billions of naira to take away power from somebody people voted. Is these people today, they hand over power to them. And I have said it on here, Hope Uzodinma plan to assassinate all of them before the next governorship election. I am saying it on air. This is a plan Hope Uzodinma have made. He have already penciled all of them. From all of them, Hope Uzodinma have made a grand plan to assassinate all of them. All of them. The people that try to assassinate Hedioha, we have their names. And after our due diligence, APO, the intelligence unit, make it available to the public. And it is the same. What they do is they come in this community. You're the same community. They use in your own town. It is not for people advising them. They now told them what they want them to do. It's a matter of time. If you don't take the outcry, you don't take vigilance, they will kill you. Don't think they have done it to another person, they won't do it to you. And that is the rubbish some of the criminals want to transport to other states. They want to transport it to another state. Because this is one of the crimes Dave Umahi perfected and sold it to Hope Uzodinma. And today you see what Hope. Now they have promised Dave Umahi, Senate President. Everybody open his ears. This is the new one that will lead Hope to start killing Dave Umahi. They just promised him, they told him, continue for this fight. Make sure Nnamdi Kanu remains in the detention. Make sure that all this, let me tell you people something, and let me make this message. We know some of you, they are paying salary. And you come on this struggle, you are shouting. We know. Some of you, they are paying salary. If they ask you, you say he gave you transport. Transport for what? We know some of you, every month, they give you salary. They send money for you. And you want to do what they ask you to do. You want to do things so that the money will continue to come to you. Presently, they promised Dave Umahi vice president, which he have missed. The new promise is to be the Senate president. And that is what Dave Umahi, the new assignment he have to carry out in these few months as he's going to the Senate. People in Ebonyi have to be very careful because it's to show him how many people have he killed. That's why Dave Umahi is aware they continue to transport criminals from Ebonyi State into Imo State. They were transporting criminals, sending them because he wanted the fight to change face. Today, look at what Hope Uzodinma have done in Imo State. Look at what he has done. And I have said this thing on many occasions, most of them in that Imo State, in Oso, or Sihito, or Tumoru, all these areas, this is a comfort zone for these criminals. The military, they know it. And he says they know. The people they have caught, they have told them, you won't go there. They wait somewhere, they allow them to do cross-border crimes. They come over from Imo State, they come over to Anambra, they will steal and they will rob and they will run back to Osun. They are coming and going, but the military, the police are there. They know what they will do, but no, because the crime pays. Uzodimma is collecting more money from the federal government, saying that it's fighting insecurity. So when you say you're fighting insecurity, you will make sure that it's always crime. They continue to kill our people. They come into places. Look at what happened. Political people have adopted this man and they killed him. Uzodimma now gave order to shoot aside at anybody they found in Aruchukwu, Idaho area. Now you ask yourself, who is Hope Uzodimma to give order for a shoot aside? Do you know what shoot aside is? Hope Uzodimma, you are not a military. You have no right to give an order to say shoot aside any youth found in those areas. And this is where we are going to come in. Because we are not going to allow, if you are pursuing criminal, or you and your political thoughts are pursuing your own opponents or oppositions, like you people say, IPOB must not be brought in between. The world is seeing what you're doing. The criminality, the killings, the eruption, and all the things you have done. And for all these things you have done, don't think it will be over, because your opponents are also pursuing you. But remove IPOB in between of all this crime, so that the world will be able to know. But to tell you, all the things that was written and given to outside communities, international communities, all centered on what happened in Imo State and part of Anambra. And I'm telling you people this night, all Igbos, all politicians, all institutions, all bodies, those they have killed, those they have stolen from, those they have taken away, kidnapped on behalf of, say that it is ESN, it is mazi Nworu. I'm making it very clear, and most of you also know that IPOB and ESN, from the time you knew about us, we never, our people are there, the coordinators are there, the ESN officers are there, the M branch, they are there, some of the intelligence units, they are there. None of them can say that such things have been instructed him to carry out any criminal. Even in ESN, mazi Nworu said it once on radio. If you are ESN officer, if we caught you raping, we say you should be killed. He said, if we caught you rape an underage girl or rape, any rape, he said you should be killed. Because we don't want this kind of attitude among the people that are protecting our land. And today, as people are on social media talking, ESN is doing their best. After this program, I will tell you, because sometimes when we don't talk, people don't know what is going on. I will also release some videos to tell you people the fight that is going on against the Fulani herdsmen in the northern part of Biafra land, which is in Enugu and Soha axis. These places, we have people who, they are the ones inviting. This is how complicated and sophisticated our people are making this work for us. But what we are saying is this. Biafrans, it is time you support IPOB and ESN. It is time you support every activity. We have our inquiry line there, because go and ask your politician. Go and ask that man representing your constituency. Go and ask the senator. Ask him, do they have any plan for Igbo land? Do they have any plan for Biafra land? None of them have one. Nigeria has nothing for us. If anybody doubt me or whatever I say this night, go and ask. Most of you know the senators. Most of you know the House of Reps. You know your local government chairman. These ones don't know it's in the state. But these two people who are going to Abuja and talking, go and ask them, do Nigeria have anything for the Igbo people or the Biafran people? There is nothing they have for you. They have nothing. You can see their body language. They don't anything concerning you people. They detest to hear it. In this modern world, All of us have seen it. In Lagos, just Lagos, Apapa, Tinka, and Lekki, 3 big seaports, operational commercial seaports. Who are the importers? The Igbos. Look at Southeast. No seaport. Nothing. If you ask them, they say One is working. Which One? People, what is happening in One? You prefer to bring your goods even in Kano and bring it down to the east, because intentionally they put a very high tariff, because it's Atiku that is controlling it. I think on airport, they put very high custom duties. When you remove things from One, you will say yourself you don't want to. This is to show you what have we achieved for over how many years than all these senators, all these House of Reps, they big political talks. And after their government, they let them loose. They go and commit all kinds of crimes. And at the end, when they want to come back again, they remember them, they hand them over guns. Election is on the corner. They are fueling this insecurity in our land because they want to make sure to keep holding Mazi Nnamdi or indict IPOB on a terrorist index, so that Mazi Nnamdi will not be released again. He will remain on jail indefinitely. Mazi Chinedu, I will stop here. And if you have anything to ask me, please, you are free.
Yes,
thank you so much.
Also, because whenever we talk about criminality that is taking or going on, or any act of criminalities, violent crimes, mostly, we don't talk about the coastal. We talk only mostly on the, the hinterland of Biafra land. What about the coastal part of Biafra land? Well, because we see things that are going on there also, but it's not always being highlighted as it should be. Please, if you can talk a little bit about it, please.
Yeah, Mazi, can you hear me?
Yes. Mazi, are you not hearing me?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Oh, I was talking and you were not hearing. I'm surprised.
No, I was hearing you.
Okay. Go on then.
Okay. Mazi, criminalities. Mazi, please mute your side. Criminality. You can't talk about criminality without talking about the criminal activities also in the riverine areas. It's not that there is no criminal activities going on. But one thing I have to tell you, every geographical zone have the kind of crimes that moves in that area. Sometimes you see that the people in the before they go for kidnapping, the expatriates. But these days, if you find out, maybe the expatriates have taken more care, so they are kidnapping, and the kind of crime is like oil bunkering. You see them also trying to bust pipelines so that they can be compensated. You see all these things they are doing. That is exactly what is happening in that area. Everybody wants to be a pipeline security officer. That's why you see them sometimes, they go to bump it up so that you can come and give them the contract when it is fixed, so they can be able to look. Mazi, these few days, we found out that Nigeria have came on air and said they have increased their oil production. Do you know why they are telling us all these things? They say it was down 1 million. Now they have moved it to 1 million something. It was 900 and something. Now they have moved to 1. These are people that they were given a slot to produce, I think, 2.5 or 2.8 million barrels daily. Now, you see all this attack now on this because election is coming, and because of the problem in Ukraine. The many hands are stealing. They are doing all their bunkering you understanding me? They are heading to Ghana on a daily basis with their vessel. You understanding me? The militaries are involved. The Niger Delta militants are involved. Everybody is involved. All of them are involved in oil bunkering and all that in the River area because that is what they are doing. Now, you saw that the government said last year, ending of last year, they were bombing them. They are not doing these things. They just told them. You see, Tompolo have come in. They say they gave them the increase have increased. This is just for temporary, to show that they have told the people, please give chance, and the eye don't come. Government don't they stop. Make that wait after election. When I go start working again. That is exactly what they're doing. Tell them, say, imagine you understand that kind of thing, that when something is happening, some people will tip people, say, tax collectors are coming, or tax force. People will close their shop and leave. When the whole thing is down, they will all come back and open, those who have not paid. That is what they are doing. That's the level of criminality. And also people selling each other. Sometimes our people have found this way to sell their own brothers with peanuts. And it's happening so much in Iguacha. That is one where we have one of the most difficult betrayal that is in Iguacha is top notch. Anybody can betray you in Iguacha. I'm telling you, it is a place very deadly and risky. The people living there are horrible in their character, especially in this Biafra struggle. People can sell you for nothing. They can sell you for nothing. Mazi, in that case, we know kidnapping used to happen in those places. We know all those things. What happens in the Ribara area is something that everybody knows about. But right now, because of the oil bunkering, most of them got engaged in the oil bunkering. It looks like kidnapping business is going down. But now they are pursuing them, people for the oil. Some of them now are being recruited by Hopus or them through that creek toad, and they are coming. That's why you see them, they come inside market, hungry people. They will carry the market. The market is their, they come, these are places they are targeting, and their aim is to make sure, because now Iguacha is a little bit hot for them, and the bias area, so them is now to step into, a criminal will always look for where there is something, and there are some of them are heading to Imo State, heading to Anambra, and Enugu State. So at the end of the day, some of them believe election is also around the corner. It's a criminal activity. You will all come out. You will see them attack some political rallies just to collect money. Some politicians, we pay them, don't allow APC to do this thing. Then we go there and kill somebody. Don't allow PDP to do something here. Then we go there, those guys will go there. These are what they are doing. This is what most of the youths they have turned them into. And this is courtesy of the Nigerian and Igbo Southeast politicians and the South politicians. This is all they brought into our land. And this is what, if we don't stop them, they will continue to. This is only their legacy, election violence. That is the legacy of the Southeast politicians and the South. And it is only IPOB that will stop these people. And if we don't do that, I'm telling you, we are doomed. Thank you so much, Mazi.
Ndewo Mazi. I don't know, you have to check what I sent to you. You have to read it, please. It's sent to me by somebody. Now, I think somebody is saying that there is an attack on our FM radio stations in Biafra land. But I urge people, all and sundry, to please sacrifice and go to IPOB Community Radio to continue listening to this program, please. Though we'll be replaying it from time to time, but directly go to IPOB Community Radio, tune in, or just go even through social media. Go and ask, how can I listen to Radio Biafra London? And you will have multiple options. Please, you have no excuse about this. Mazi, I don't know whether you see what I sent to you. You saw it, right?
Yeah, Mazi, I saw it.
Okay.
Mazi, this
Before we go, because we are now heading to the main point.
And we will leave it because those responsible, they know what they are doing. Things are being. The person talking has no power to do such, and he cannot do anything. Mazi, at a time, when somebody don't want to respect himself, you understanding me? I will say something here now, Mazi. Please mute your mic. Let me tell you something. One of our brother, actually it's Mazi Nachi, okay? We're having a discussion. He said something. You see all those things those people are doing. Those, when Judas sold Jesus Christ, he went and committed suicide. You understand me? And so we were talking, he said to us, he said, no, he didn't commit suicide because he sold Christ. He said he committed suicide because he saw that the business is near the master. He's using the master to con people. He's using the master to steal. He's using the master collecting money. So when he sold, he found out that the business has closed. So the master is no more there for him to continue. He said there is no, so there is no need for him to stay alive. He better go and commit suicide. That is exactly what you see that is happening. Some people, they are furious because IPOB leadership, after we have secured the family of IPOB worldwide, we have moved to the next stage to shut the doors of all the places people are using the name of IPOB to commit crimes, to take illegal money in the name of IPOB. Those who go to politicians to take money at their IPOB leadership, those who are being paid by politicians, they say they are IPOB aid. They are standing near the politicians as the aid on Biafra matters on IPOB, and they are being paid salary. These are something many of them are doing. And why they are doing these things, the people cannot talk because they feel if they talk, people will say, oh, you are supporting IPOB, the government will come against them. So these people use this opportunity. They are near the politicians. Tell them one story or the other. Don't worry, we are IPOB. Don't worry, they say like this, I will write a press release. Don't worry. My brother, we have not come here to joke. We are in another level. In this level we are, if you think you are a man, if you stay on the road, we will crush you. I'm telling you, sometimes after that we come and shout, wow, 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 wow. We don't give a damn because the life of our people is at stake. We are not stopping because the life of our people is at stake. We are not going to back down by blackmail because the life of our people is at stake. We are not going to say, oh, they are scared. Maybe you come and blackmail me and say, oh, Chinasa Nworu is scared. We are not going to back down. We are not going to back down because you come and they shout and scream and they call me names and do this thing. One thing is, I know myself. My colleagues know me. The people we are fighting know. Any day they said, Mazi Chinasa Nworu, your service is enough. We don't want you. We will step down. But so far, we have represented this struggle in a more positive way. We have represented Mazi Nworu in his absence, irrespective of not keeping certain things in our possession to be able to hold this struggle. We have been able to manage and come this far. The rest they are doing is nonsense. Most times we respect the family, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We're not respecting any other person. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is whom we respect. If for us to respect any other person, you must earn our respect. You must show us. You don't. We are not in the Nigerian system. When you come and tell us, my brother, I saw somebody one time when I was in Nigeria. He printed his business card and put it, brother to the governor of this state. I laughed. His business card, he put the Nigerian logo, coat of arm. Very nice business card. after he put his name, he put in bracket brother to the governor of so this thing. This is horrible. This is horrible. We don't do those things here because people are fighting for survival. If you want to earn the respect of IPOB, you can't come. No, if you talk, it's unfortunate. I'm telling you, it's unfortunate that some of us we are far communicating because there are people when they talk in your presence, because they're rubbish. They're talking rubbish. They're talking rubbish. They don't know about this struggle. They don't know, and they don't have idea what is happening in this struggle. They don't know how many people have died for this struggle. They don't know how many people are languishing in the jail for this struggle. They don't know how many people that have been deceived by them that are in the prison. They don't know. They don't know, and they don't care. What matters is money, 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 money. That is all what they know. Ask them one advice, one project they have initiated. They have not. Tell them since you become IPN, because contributing money is something everybody is doing. Everybody in this struggle are contributing to support the struggle. Apart from contributing money, ask them. They are claiming to be in the leadership. They are claiming that they are this. They are claiming they are that. Ask them. In this struggle, name one project that you have initiated that have brought this struggle very far. Name one. They have not. Don't touch money. Don't touch money. That issue is in the hands of the European Union, in the hands of the European rep and the country. They know how to handle that issue, and I'm sure, Mazi, IPF is a monster. Sometimes we don't like to swallow people alive. We like to swallow them bit by bit. There were Mazi.
There were Mazi. Now let us go to the main issue. From there, you continue to the pronouncements. Everybody is keen.
Please.
Mazi.
You're mute.
No, I'm not. Am I? Okay.
Your mic is on mute, Mazi.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's okay now. I've unmuted myself. Can you hear me now?
Yes, Mazi, I can hear you now.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, good. So let us now go to the main issue present, because there is tension everywhere about the situation of our leader being poisoned. You are the person that brought out this case, of which it is understandable because ma eku it is our own sobuko, you know. I could remember 2015 when our leader was arrested in Lagos. Immediately, that time Uchemofo, our deputy, was with us. Immediately he came up. He didn't wait to have any protocols. He didn't wait for his broadcast time in the evening to announce it. He just come up and announced that breaking news: Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been arrested in Lagos, and it's understandable. There is no twisting about it, because if anything happens, he will be held accountable. So also run immediately, so that anything that should be done start being done immediately. You know. So now you brought this news, so I want you to please continue, go into details about the situation of our leader. Our leader is physically in jail, but logically or legitimately, he has been released. He is no more in jail normally. He has been released since 13th of October 2022, going to three months plus now, 3 months and 2 weeks, I should say. But up till date, he has not been released physically. And we are receiving a very ugly trend and news that, look, you know, our leader has been poisoned. You know, this is a red line for IPOB. Please, I want you to now go into the details of everything. Go on, Mazi, please. There we
Mazi, thank you. I think that's our last distance. Everybody can go and know where we go from here. Mazi, one thing I want to tell Biafrans, the approach bringing this news to the public domain is no. We have to let the international community know. We have to let them know that if anything happens to man and something that beyond and even beyond. Reasons to see them come on social media talk. There are people also who believe in what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing, even though they don't accept and receive this struggle through a peaceful movement. Like you said before, Mazi, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I tell people, let me tell you, in IPOB, we have men. I were men. Men that will not talk, but they know. Why I say this thing is that some people say, oh, the time they hold Mazi Nnamdi, didn't they say they kill him? Okay, I agree with you. That is your own point. But in my own opinion, I say they cannot kill him. Reasons are, in 2015, like you said, it happened. Everybody have forgotten the moment Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was adopted. I think after a couple of weeks, he was also attended by the public. Had it been the Yoruba people, the Oduduwa people did not raise alarm. For the government to know what they are doing is wrong. Nobody is dead. And even Nigeria government have already sent a private jet to pick Igboho to bring him back to Nigeria. Yes. You're speaking. Okay, let me call you back.
Yeah, as we are waiting, because I don't know the connection, the connectivity. His connectivity is trying to be digital. So, Mazi Chinasa Nworu will join me back immediately, because this is I don't want any iota of words spoken not to be heard, please. That is why I'll make sure that everything he said is clear. So now, Mazi, can you hear me? Can you hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
It's better now. Please go on, please. Because this is the most important. All are important anyway, but this is where everybody is tense. Please go on, Mazi.
Okay. Was also arrested. The Yoruba Oduduwa people now sent in raise alarm. So even the flight that was sent to pick him up from Benin, that had it been, we raise alarm against the Mazi. Some people are saying my voice is cracking, so I don't know. Let me. Mazi, hear me? My voice is cracking. But is it better now? Because my net is okay. My internet is okay. It's full. Okay. Okay. So what? Yes. Okay. Let me.
If there are other gadgets around you, it can be causing this.
Yes.
Yes.
I have another gadget here. Let me switch.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know if it's better now.
It is better. It is better.
Okay.
It can be. Yes. Go on, please. Go on.
Still say it's cracking.
Go on. Go on. Let's see. Go on. Just don't worry. Go on.
Okay. 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 Now, so on this part that I want to talk about, I want to talk about the what they call it.
You were talking about the rendition of Igbo, arrest of Igbo and alarm.
Yes. Yes. So I know that when the people raised alarm, at least that operation was foiled. You understand me? That operation was foiled. For some people, they said that the people will raise the alarm, they might have killed him there. That is their own school of thought. But for me, I believe for 8 days, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was held in Kenya. Some of us knew, as I can tell you, we are not normal people. We would have stopped it. But let me not go ahead because that is already something that have already happened. Like, I can bet, had it been, we knew that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was being held for 8 days in Kenya, we will foil that attack. We will foil that rendition. I'm telling you. Had it been, I'm saying it on air, had it been, Chinasa Nworu knows that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was being held for 8 days, I am telling you, we will foil that attack. We will foil that rendition. I'm telling you, and nobody will do him anything. But that has gone. I will not say what I have to say more, but that has gone. Now, the health of Onyendu, every time if you ask people who do go to visit him, what I normally say, I ask them, who is Onyendu? This is my first question. Ask all of them who goes to visit Onyendu. This is my first. How is Onyendu? How is he doing? How is his health? How is this? This is what matters so much because he's alive. He's even though he's in the hands of the enemy, it has his own importance to what we are doing. Very, very big. Government. Somebody's sick. They hide it. They are hiding it because there is something they are benefiting for him being from some people don't talk, don't do this thing. This is a leader of over 70 million people. Okokoya will tell our people. Ishiwaya will tell our people. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not belong to me. It does not belong to his family. It does not belong, no matter as long. Mazi Nnamdi is a national treasure. He will not even be led to rest, God forbid, in his father's domain. He's a national treasure for Biafran people. His life matters so much. Now, people have been seeing him. People have been seeing him. The best knowledge known to them. But I'm not going to talk to tell you this is the person. Nobody will tell me, but I have been continually asking about him, especially how he's doing. Reasons. Mazi, let me tell the world these things for people to understand. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I have said it at the beginning here, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned, people do ask us that question. And when people are asking this question sometimes, especially from institutions asking you that question, you'll be asking yourself, why are you asking this question? If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu died in the prison, in the hands of the DSS, what do you think will happen? What do you think you people can do? What do you think? Mazi, this is a red line. It's a red line question for us. And at this particular moment, a message came to me, not only me, because he asked, how is he? When the message came to us, I told the person, please, what he said. And I can put on air so that everybody, when he narrated, when he gave this, tell us the situation, one of our brothers started crying there. He said, man, with tears. This is how serious these things are and how we consider it. You know, when we make because it's a very, very critical to what I am saying this night. And these are the words that came to me through Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He said that he complains badly, is dying slowly. Reasons like education, that he is being subjected to drug abuse, as medicines meant for 2 weeks may be given for only 8. Complain that the DSS have denied him a doctor since the 2nd week of December till date. They have refused him seeing any doctor, and they also refused taking him to a doctor. He now feel, let's say, check again, they say my whole life, the season, I don't know, could be this an attack or what?
See, honestly speaking, because I'm listening, look at, you know, I don't really understand because all my equipment is 100%. But go on. Yeah, all my equipments are showing green. Immediately you enter this topic, this thing started. But continue. Go on. Okay, it is not about the internet connection. Go on. Because everything here has been showing green, no interruption. That's what I've been monitoring. Nothing. Okay. Go on.
Okay, he said that they have refused to take him to the doctor, even after complaining that he feels. As a mute to your side, thank you. He said after complaining bitterly, he feels that his internal organs are badly affected. Said he feels like That means having a, he feels that his internal organs are badly affected. Said he feels like that. That means having a okay.
So now, Mazi, as you are saying, I don't know, there are some technical issues that rise up according to how people are talking inboxing, but I have to now do something off and on to know, because my radar is showing me green. But nonetheless, go on, Mazi, start, please, because this is the most important part of this thing. You know, go on, Mazi. I will not miss any iota
now,
of this. Go on.
yeah, Maz. So now I am on air. I am on air now.
You are on air. You are. You are on air.
Okay. Dear friends, due to the technical difficulties, I'm going back. I will start afresh. Yeah, they say it's clear now. I'm going to start afresh, so that afresh I mean on the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his health. Like I said before, from what I stopped, I said this message we got is very disturbing, and the leadership of IPOB feels we cannot be able to keep this information without allowing the public to know, without allowing our people to know. When I release that information, then I know why I put my name under that particular information. I am owing a responsibility to that. Before the leadership, before Emma Powerful now sent out the press release, before Mazi, the head of directorate, those things are confirmation of what is happening and the present situation. I put out that particular message with my name so that people may not say, no, I made it on my, so people will not say, oh, maybe it's not true, or maybe it's, no. That's why I owe that responsibility, and I owe that, those words that are penciled down in that place. The way I know I have to deliver it to our people for record purposes. Now, the issue, the health of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is worsening in the DSS dungeon. This is 1 year, 7 months. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being kidnapped. Today is 1 year, 7 months. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is kidnapped and brought down to Nigeria, and he still remains in the DSS dungeon. He complains sadly about inadequate medication, and that is subjected to drug abuse, as medicines meant for 2 weeks may be given for him for only 8 days. He also complained that the DSS have denied him seeing a doctor since the 2nd week of December to date. That is 1 month, 2 weeks. Even as he has complained to them that he feels that his internal organs are badly affected and having some other, coming out, but they have also refused to take him to see a doctor, or to bring a doctor to him, or to take him to any hospital. They have totally refused. He also complained bitterly that his left ear that was hit during his rendition period, that is having a severe pain from that left ear. And also they have refused a doctor to come and have a look at what is happening to him. Meaning that his organs, the body organs are failing. That's what it means. Forget about anything somebody will tell you. When their internal organs are failing you, his smell they will be bringing out. He said the pain he is feeling, he don't know. He said he wished they can even check or scan to understand what is happening in his stomach, what is happening to him. But all these things, the DSS have maintained that he won't see a doctor, he won't get medication, and they won't take him to hospital. This illness is going through. When you're sick, also you're taking drugs, no proper eating, no proper food. The DSS are complaining that his feeding is expensive. They have resulted in feeding him on bread most times in the morning and the evening. I am saying this thing for our people to know. We cannot hide it. We are not saying these things for people to come and say, oh, we want to cause tension, No. It has nothing to do with it. We are talking about a leader of the indigenous people of Biafra in the prison, being not fed, They talk about being expensive. When you are holding a leader of a people, what expensive are you talking about? What food? Is it eating a cow that it is expensive? Don't you know who you are holding? Are you feeding him cow or one sheep in a day that is expensive? In any case, can Mazi Nnamdi Kanu eat more than 5,000, even if he eat 10,000 naira a day? Is something to complain that we need for him to be fed with bread? Mazi, these are the current health situation for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we have to make it very clear. We have to make it very, very clear. Why we are making it very clear is for our people. We talk about poison. If you see, when these messages come, we have given it to experts. We have people who are experts in IPOB. They are professionals. They are doctors. We have explained what is happening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And these are symptoms of poison. Anybody going out there trying to coin the word, because when you eat and lie down after the food weight is going out from your body system, that means your body is rejecting everything you are taking. And this is symptoms of poison. People cannot, because you are fighting the leadership of IPOB, you go out there to write nonsense, jeopardizing the health, because I'm sure people have been hiding. And the message also said, this is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and we used to know the health is failing him. And we're making it very clear. If we don't make it very clear, you see blackmails everywhere. Today is 28, and I'm making it very clear. Everybody go and mark today's date, because our people you normally forget. For this reason, the health of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not something we are going to play with. Every lover of freedom, if you know that you are in for this struggle, it is time all of us to rise up and seek for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as the court have already given the verdict that is discharged and acquitted. I'm also using this opportunity to advise those we are not against anybody who wants to secure Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you feel that we hand you Mazi Nnamdi Kanu over, if you think you can, please, before they hand you over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, make sure that the Nigerian government run a very deep medical test of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because Nigerian government is looking a way to find somebody to hand over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, maybe in few months, because they kept him there, hoping that the organs will continue to fail. Maybe in few months that he comes out, if anything happens to him, they will now remember that our Biafrans will be on your head, that you are the one that killed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that time, before you understand, things have gone sour. If you want to take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on any shorty, there is one simple thing we want you to ask those who want to hand you over, that you need a complete medical test to check him very well before you take up that responsibility. We have understand, and we have also gotten their plans even before Obiozo died. Even before Obiozo died, we have gotten the tip. They are meeting. Hope Uzodinma is involved in this meeting, and Malame is involved in this meeting with other people. When they said they are going to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when the court took them by surprise, they switched in, said if the since court said they are going to release him, that it would be better to find a way to poison him so that even if he go out there in a couple of months, he won't survive it. But I'm making it very clear, I cannot say for sure if that particular discussion or this plan went through when they said. But one thing is this: the symptoms, the way the body of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is, the way he explained his body condition, it is a clear evidence that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been poisoned. For anybody going out there to write nonsense, I am telling you this evening, anything you write, keep it to yourself. We will hold you responsible. I'm making it very clear. Some of you are hunting in Biafra land, running around from one hotel to other, while IPOB members are in the bush, hiding for 2 weeks, hiding for 1 month. Coordinators are hiding, ESN operatives are hiding, running for their dear life. You are moving around, driving, associating yourself with politicians. You counter that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not clear. If anything happens to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I bet you have no place to run to. If anybody is pushing you, you're threatening Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is okay, then nothing happens to him, you're listening, you are joking. Don't allow somebody to get it personal. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a property of Anglos only. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the property of Biafrans. It's the property of 70 million people. Make no mistake for that. Everybody should know that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the property of Biafra. People have died because of him. Thousands of people have died for this cause. From the time he was rendition, people have died because they have killed. The Nigerian government have killed a lot of people because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And you don't take this thing, it's not a family issue, it's not a personal issue, this is a national treasure. If you want to join for us to fight for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you better stand up and stop talking jargons on the social media and know that we are in for this fight. And I'm making it very clear this evening. IPOB leadership will take a drastic action to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released and do not lose his life in the detention. And IPOB will make sure that the DSS will be held responsible, Malami will be held responsible, Hope Uzodinma will be held responsible, and many other people will be held responsible if anything happens to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even if he comes out from the detention tomorrow. Because the symptoms and the things we heard that is happening to him is a clear evidence that he has been poisoned. And many experts who are listening to me this night can agree with me that when somebody is now hearing the smell of his internal organs from his mouth, body rejecting food, not be able to eat, left ear with pain and trunk, you know that the body is failing him. For Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to say, if you don't get medical attention, I doubt if I can survive this. This is a situation that we must take serious. IPOB coordinators, we are asking to go out there to do any stupid things. Direction is coming. Instruction will come from the leadership of IPOB. We must make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released, and everybody is on our way to stop this. We pay dearly for it. Whether you're a politician, whether you have a reason for that, the time to tell us to calm down is over. Until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released and flown abroad for a medical attention as fast as we can, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be alive. If anything happens to him, fate that will befall Nigeria will be better left for an imagination. If you're a politician, you are a governor, all of you who have played one role or the other to make sure Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is kept in the prison, in the detention. Dave Omahe, because of your senior position now, all the role you people have played, what will happen will be unimaginable. Sometimes they said we say this, we say that. Our life is all at risk. We know that very, very well. We know that if we stop to fight for the restoration of Biafra, we have no place we will call home. Therefore, every ESN officers, those ones in the town, retrieve to your commander's instruction will be drafted. Coordinators, get back to your state coordinators. Information will come from the leadership. If you are also in diaspora, your continental reps will get in touch with you. And we are going to push this, the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to a logical conclusion this few couple of months from now. In few days from now, we must make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released and given a medical attention. And if anybody wants to stand in to pick Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went through a pure medical checkup. Because if anything happens to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the world will never stop talking about IPOB and what they did. Mazi Chinelu, I will stop here. May God bless every one of us. There were Mazi Chinelu.
There were Mazi. There was, sorry, I muted my mic. There were Mazi. You know, Biafrans have heard, and you have spoken the way forward, which means the way forward actions that should be taken by IPOB is not something that will be passed on air directly. Is that what I can?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
So Biafrans, you've had it. You know, it is something that will go underground, because there are many people that are thinking that, you know, when you come up, you will say, we will do this, we will do that, we will do this, we will do that, you know, follow their emotions, you know.
Mazi, we will not say that. Let me come here, because let me tell you something, when we give action, when we give instruction to the coordinators, to the line of the chain of command, if anybody does, if anything happens out there, we can easily tell you this is not IPOB, because this is not what we ask people. Do you understand me? That is how we always defeat them. Because now, some of them think I will come here, so they will hold it. They will go tomorrow now and kill somebody, and they said because you said because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. IPOB, we have our command. IPOB have their people on ground. IPOB gives instruction. We do things because it is not that person some people we go now to attack. It's the person who is holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I think you know that. And if you mention anything, they authorize it. No, we have our command. Mazi, a nation does not come and give order of this kind of things on the radio. When Nigerian army is coming to our land, they don't announce it on radio, certain operations, and anybody expecting us to come on air. But what we are saying is that actions from this night, even from that day we heard this thing, is going to take in. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released by fire, by force. He must get his medical attention. We must know that he is okay. If not, it is better left imagination. That's all.
Yeah, Mazi. Then I think there is nothing to add there. Oh, you have to now conclude, as I'm not going to open the lines because of.
As I used to there.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Mazi. I was speaking, but I muted my mic. So I say you have to continue to closing your remarks, please. making your closing remarks.
Okay.
So that we, as I'm not going to open the lines.
Mazi, that's supposed to be my closing remark. There is nothing to say more on this. Consider it my closing remark. Thank you.
There were. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, all of us have had it. You know, there is something or things we should understand, that IPOB has a mission, has a goal, has a focus, a mission to accomplish. Though sometimes things are painful, emotions can rise, but IPOB is not an entertainer or entertaining movement that we come and try to entertain just few people to make you feel happy. No, that is what Nigeria has been doing. That is what even religion has been doing in our lives, to give us fake hope. Action speaks louder than voice. So as mazi Chinasa Nworu has said it, things will be communicated accordingly. Thank you for listening. Biafra is our religion. Biafra is where our identity. Therefore, from me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.